Hi guys, I'm Sai Krishna. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn SOQL, Salesforce Object Query Language, and how to query data inside Salesforce. And we won't just learn theory, we'll use our Immadify project data that we created in the last video and query real restaurant menu and menu item records. In this video, you'll learn what is SOQL, how to query data from objects, what is where clause, what is order by clause, what is limit, and how to explore all fields of an object. So if you're a beginner, this will be super useful. In the previous video, we inserted data into restaurants, that is account, then menu and menu items using Salesforce Inspector. Now let's actually query that data. Let's open developer console, go to query editor and just let's search for select name from account. SOQL stands for Salesforce Query Object Language. It is very similar to SQL, but instead of tables, we query Salesforce objects here. In this example, we said select name from account. This means give me all account names. Now let's open Salesforce Inspector and go to the query tab and let's query the same from the Salesforce Inspector. Now this gives all the account names from our org. Now let's see how to fetch multiple fields. Just put comma and then type all the whatever field you want to search. And if you use Salesforce Inspector and if I have not completed the whole name, the Salesforce Inspector is suggesting me the field name. So this is where why we use Salesforce Inspector. Even though if you don't know API name, it will even if you type 2-3 characters, it will give you the suggestion of the field name. And you can see there are multiple whatever custom fields or standard fields available on that object that can be shown seen in the suggestions. And then once I have selected multiple fields and click run export, I can see all the multiple field data in the response. As we are seeing all the account related data from my org, let's filter this out and see specific set of data. For that we'll use where clause. So now after account object name, we'll type where and then we'll type the filter condition on which object field I want to filter. So what I'm saying here is where external ID not equals to null, as I have given external ID only for the records which I've inserted through Excel in the last video. So I am filtering my search results with where external ID not equals to null. Similarly, we can use any field, say where is active is equals to true. So then you will be getting the results where is active flag is true. For another example, we can take name field and we can search the name field with where a name contains word biryani. So now let's take where name and then we use a filter called like, which means it will search partially. So now inside the single quotes, I'll give 2 percentile characters and then between the percentile character I will type the search term and then click run export. So what this does is it will give me results wherever biryani is present in the restaurant name. So here out of all my restaurants, only one restaurant name contains a word called biryani, so I have got that in my results. So now let's see order by clause. Order by is something which is used to sort the data which we get. So here order by name, and then when we click run export, this will sort the data according to ascending order of the name. As we have not mentioned anything, by default the option will be taken as ascending, and when we say order by name, so name will be sorted in an ascending order, and here in the response we can see it is sorted from A to Z. And if you say order by name descending DESC and then click run export, you can see all the results are sorted in descending order from Z to A. Just like descending, you can also use ASC for keyword for ascending, sort by ascending, but if you don't give anything, by default it will be taken as ascending. And you can also order by on created date descending, you can order by created by name, last modified by name. You can use this sort by filter onto filter on any of the custom fields or standard fields which you have in your object. Now let's learn about limit. This restricts number of records returned, very useful when working with large data. So here I am giving limit 5 and then when I click run export, I have got only 5 records in my response. We can use this limit feature when you are dealing with large number of data. So you can use this limit to filter out to query the records in chunks so that it will not hit your CPU system limit, and you can query a limited set of data, and you can mix and match multiple filters to optimize your search result. Let's try to add all the filters together and query. So where I'm selecting is active equals to true, and order by, I'm selecting order by name ascending, and then let's limit the records to 10. Now when I click run export, I get a specific set of data in according to my filter conditions. This will be very helpful when we are dealing with the different kinds of data and we want a specific set of information as part of our response, API response or method response. We can use these different types of conditions and we can send the response back to front end. Now let's see when we are querying on the menu object. So now let's just click select id comma name from menu and hit. So this is all the menu data which we have inserted as part of our last video. So in the menu object we have a field called restaurant, which is a lookup relation to account. So let's query that field and then click run export. And in this restaurant field you can see the account ID, but we don't know what is that account. So we want to know the account name. Then in that case we type restaurant __ r dot name. So and when we click restaurant name, when we click run export, we get the restaurant name. So this is how you traverse between the relationship fields. So __ c is a custom field, and when if it's a relationship field, and when you say __ r dot something, then you will be searching inside that relationship object. So in our case, when we typed restaurant __ r dot name, we got the restaurant name field. In similar way, we can query on the other fields. Like in this example, I'm querying on billing street and then some other fields, and when I click run export, we'll be able to see all the information related to that particular table. So if you see in our exported results here, we are seeing the information from menu object as well as its related object information, that is menu and restaurant account information both. So till now we are automatically typing the field name, and we are typing the field name partially, and then we are taking the selecting the field from the suggestions, and then we are querying. But what if you don't know any of the field name and there are hundreds of fields which you cannot select one by one from the suggestions? In this case, what will you do? So we have a feature called fields all, with which you can query all the fields from the particular object. So you can simply give select fields all from particular account and then click run export. You cannot select the fields all and you cannot hit run export. We have to give the limit, because we might get the data a particular object can have so many fields and we can get a lot of data. So to avoid any exceptions, we have to limit it with the 200. So if you see now, we have got information from all the fields available in that particular object using the fields all. And there is another way with which we can do that, that is you have to remove fields all, then just hold control and hit space, so that all the fields available in that particular object will be appearing on the screen. And then when you click run export, you can export all the fields data, and there will be a lot of unnecessary fields or the automatic fields which will get created as part of the object creation. You can remove those fields, and only whatever fields you need you can query on those. But this will be very helpful when you don't know what is the actual available fields in for a selected product. So similarly, we will always have this fields called created by and last modified by, which will be useful to see who created this information or who last modified this information. These fields will also help us in understanding the data more clearly, whether you might be debugging an information object or whatever the reason is. Whenever you want to query something and to understand who created this object, you can always query with created by and last modified by dot name. Here you can see ID as a link. When you click on that, you can see few options called as show all data and all, and you can see few other records which are clickable in the blue color hyperlink. So if you click on that, we can see few options called show all data, view in Salesforce. Let's click show all data. So when you click show all data, you can see all the metadata related to that record in one place. You can search from that filter and you can see all the records in the same page. Similarly, when you click on view in Salesforce, it will open the record in the Salesforce in a new tab. So here you can see the same record on the UI, and you can see all the related items in the UI. In real projects like Immadify, SOQL is used everywhere in backend logic, Apex, APIs, UI data fetching, everywhere. Now you know how to query data in Salesforce using SOQL. In the next video, we'll use these concepts to building something more powerful, maybe a search or filtering in our Immadify app. If you found this useful, like the video and subscribe for more Salesforce content. Thank you for watching.